Yo, yo, what up? It's your girl Joy, the Hip Hop Power Font. Now, before I start to interpret aspects on this channel, I want you all to know a little bit more about aspects so that it's easier to understand in the long run. I just don't want to talk out of turn and no one knows what I'm talking about unless they're fluent in astrology. So let's get started. Aspects symbolize the various types of relationships between planets as archetypes of our psychological structure. Aspects describe the organization of your internal and external world. Those aspects that are branded as negative are simply challenging and are known as the hard aspects because they resist change, while other aspects are branded as positive because they are encouraging. These are aspects that are known as soft aspects because they harmonize or balance. The quality of the relationship is determined by the zodiac signs that are involved. Essential angles are determined by the natural relationship between the zodiac signs ruled by the planets involved in the aspect. Accidental angles are determined by the zodiac signs that the planets currently occupy in that chart. These accidental angles take precedent over essential angles when interpreting aspects in a chart. Now, first, I want you all to know that we will be using the Astro Soul Oracle deck, okay, for the purposes of teaching these lessons in geometry, astrological geometry, so to speak, okay? I'll put the link for that in the description box below. And secondly, okay, the zodiac wheel goes counterclockwise. Okay, I wanted to use this beautiful tapestry here, but it is incorrect. Okay, it's going clockwise. Okay, and so we are not going to use that. We are actually going to use this selenite plate. Okay, I have some other stuff, but it's not going to be here in time. So until then, this is what we're going to use. Okay, as you can see here, okay, we have Aries at the top. Then it goes Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and so on, counterclockwise, okay? And so please note that each sign, or house rather, is 30 degrees. Okay, that's how you count. When we start doing the math on this aspects, I'm going to need you to pull out your geometry hat, okay? 30 times 12 is 360 degrees, all right? First up, we have the conjunction. The conjunction is when two planets meet at 0 degrees or within 8 to 10 degrees of the 0 degrees. This is when the zodiac wheel is divided by 1. 1 is represented by unity, okay? This brings with it the zodiac sign Aries. And of course, Aries is ruled by none other than Mars, and that also includes the first house, okay? Conjunctions are exciting, okay? They represent blind spots that allow us to miss unique characters about ourselves, okay? They are so merged, they are blending, they're acting together, okay? Others can see it, but you can't. Okay, it's like looking in the mirror. Okay, you don't know until it's reflected back at you. Okay, others can tell the difference, but you can't. Okay, just like Aries, a conjunction is impulsive. It's what drives you to change. Okay, there's an intense concentration of energy with the conjunction. Next up, we have the semi-sextile, okay? And I just have to show it to you like this because there is no card in this deck for a semi-sextile. A semi-sextile is 30 degrees, okay? It's half of a sextile, if you will, okay? And so the symbol for a sextile is the upper half of an asterisk, okay? So let's just, how about we do it like this? Okay, to make it easier. There you go. So a semi-sextile has the same polarity, okay? Polarity is what we know as masculine and feminine, or yin and yang, okay? And with it brings Taurus, all right? And of course that means Venus, and the second house. Okay, so with the semi-sextile, it happens twice, all right, within the zodiac wheel. And so the Taurus energy is the opening sextile, okay? It's the first 30 degrees, okay, of the zodiac wheel. And so the closing 30 degrees of the zodiac wheel is Pisces, okay? And along with Pisces comes, yep, Neptune and the 12th house, okay? Think about the number 2 when you're doing this. You got 12 in the second house, okay? 30 degrees is half, okay, or divided by 2 of the 60, okay? A semi-sextile supports integration in complex energies. Next, we have, of course, the sextile, 60 degrees. Division of the zodiac wheel by 6. 6 is about persuasion. And just like the semi-sextile, a sextile takes place twice within the zodiac wheel, with the opening sextile being represented by Gemini energy. Okay? And so when you think of these angles and these signs, interpret the angles the same way you would the archetype for the corresponding zodiac sign, planet, and house. So along with Gemini comes Mercury, okay, as well as the third house, okay. And so we have the other air sign, Aquarius. That is the closing sextile in the zodiac wheel, the last 60 degrees. Along with Aquarius comes Uranus, okay, and of course, the 11th house. This is all about mental stimulation or learning. These signs or these aspects have the same polarity. They are all yin or all feminine zodiac signs forming the sextile. Okay, they have different yet compatible elements. So only fire signs, sextile air signs, and only earth signs, sextile water signs. Okay, this is a soft or sympathetic aspect. Okay, this is about curiosity. These planets involved are interested in each other. Okay, they're curious about what the functions of the other planet include. Okay, this is objectivity. This is awaken, respective functions, and opportunity because they add an intellectual valuation. We have now arrived at the square, the 90 degrees of the zodiac wheel. This is when the zodiac wheel is divided by 4. Okay, you see 4 sides. Okay, this is all about manifestation. And so with that comes the sign of Cancer, the moon, and the 4th house. This is the energy of the opening square of the zodiac wheel. And so when interpreting a square sign, okay, once you figure out which planet is the faster or slower moving planet, we'll get into that later, okay, that is how you determine which is the opening or closing aspect, okay. And so when interpreting the square, you have to discern whether it's the Cancerian energy or the Capricornian energy, because Capricorn is the closing angle or the final 90 degrees of the zodiac wheel, bringing with it Saturn and the 10th house. Okay, this square is all about containment, control, okay, boxing you into the proverbial square. Okay, this is a hard or anti-sympathetic angle, okay, because there's tension, there's strain, there's overcompensation, there's struggle. Okay, this is the angle that pushes you to grow. It builds character. Okay, the slower moving planet here tends to dominate, basically. There is an axis of energy. The signs involved in a square have the same modality. Okay, different polarity, different element, and there is a conflict between the yang and the yin, or the masculine and feminine energies. So once you add 30 more degrees to the 90, we get 120 degrees, a trine, 3 sides, okay? A trine. This is when the zodiac wheel is divided by 3, okay? And most people know 3 to include the Holy Trinity, which is having Father, Son, Holy Ghost seen as one, okay? And so with that comes Sagittarius, okay, as the opening trine in the zodiac wheel, bringing with it Jupiter, as well as the 9th house, okay? And with the closing trine, you get Leo, the Sun, and the 5th house. So when interpreting a trine, it's either going to have Sagittarian or Leonian energy. All right. This is second nature. Okay. A trine is very supportive. It's about creating and believing, having faith. Okay. This is where your innate talents are shining, because things are easy. Things are effortless. Okay. Trines makes things better, and you allow yourself to enjoy being you. Okay. You're accepting of the status quo. Okay, trines have the same polarity and element, but different modes. Now, once you have added another 30 degrees to the 120 degrees of the trine, you get a quincunx, which is 150 degrees. Okay, I got it marked off so you know that the symbol for a quincunx is the lower half of the sextile symbol. Okay. And so this is the only angle that does not correlate to the division of the zodiac wheel by a prime number. Okay. I know I said a few numbers that weren't prime number, but just follow me here. Just follow me. Okay. And so here, with the opening quincunx, the first 150 degrees of the zodiac wheel, we have Virgo. Okay. And along with it, we have Mercury again, okay, and the 6th house. And so for the final 150 degrees of the zodiac wheel, we have, oh shoot, did I use it? I think I did. Scorpio, okay, and along with it comes Pluto and the 8th house, okay. These zodiac signs involved in this aspect have nothing in common, okay? No polarity, no mode, no quality, no element, nothing at all, okay? So it's represented by a problem, crisis, stress, okay? Quincunxes are where you are challenged to resolve your internal or external issues, okay? This is known as a hard or anti-sympathetic angle, okay? This requires adjustment, transformation, as a way to resolve your inner distress. And finally, after we add the final 30 degrees to the 150 degrees, you get the opposition, or the 180. Okay, this is division of the zodiac wheel by 2. This is represented by, of course, Libra, and again, Venus as the ruler of Libra, and the 7th house. So when interpreting oppositions, understand that things are coming into balance, okay? Zodiac signs involved in an opposition have the same polarity and the same modality. They have different but compatible elements, okay? This is about balance, compromise, fairness, collaboration. Here, the planets reconcile their difference between the elements, okay, to create a loving partnership between their two functions. This is kind of like a who gonna check me, boo? Oh, I am, okay? Appreciate the contradictions both internally and externally. Oppositions are complementary but still anti-sympathetic. Okay, so let's see what you have learned thus far. Okay, so if I cover up half the zodiac wheel, okay, this is division of the circle by 2. This is what we just talked about, which is an opposition. Okay, and if you were to divide the zodiac wheel into 3, I don't know if this is a good 3, but okay, this is where you get the trine energy. Okay, divide the zodiac wheel into 4. That is the square. Okay, conjunction. Divide the zodiac wheel by 1. So they are right on top of each other, essentially, the planets are. Okay, that's why the energy, you can't really tell which is which, where the energy is coming from. Things are so blended. Okay, that's why it's called the blind spot. Okay, and so you can just count 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. Okay, I know I didn't start from Aries, but it doesn't matter. I'm just doing it. Okay, so each house is 30 degrees until you get all the way around. Okay, you have your opening trine. Okay, the first 30 degrees, bam. Okay, and then you have your closing. Bam, right here, the final 4. Well, right here, sorry, the final 3. Okay, so just kind of break the zodiac wheel up into like a little pizza or a pie. Okay, next time you cut into a cake or something, think about the angles and how you want to cut it evenly. Okay, and so I hope that helps in preparation for our upcoming aspect studies. See you next time. Peace.